Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the stream. Today we're doing some Dune Awakening, and we are over on Harmony. Great news. I got a little bit of help, and we got a spike hilt sword, G4, and we've got a perforator, also G4. So that's awesome. We're pretty excited about that. What all do we got to do? We got a few things we got to do. So we are not leveled up on Harmony, and I was thinking that we would just go do testing stations. It occurs to me that I don't even have access to the new questing system, and that maybe we should get that going on first. So we might do that. If you guys want to chat, want to talk a little bit about some of the video came out today. I put out on kind of testing stations, balance, and all that kind of stuff. Great time for it. So we can just kind of hang out and chat, and I think that's the plan for today, though. I got a few items that I recently made because I got killed, and then I got eaten by the worm at one point trying to farm up some spice. I've gotten more spice than I've lost. I go out there pretty lean because don't want to lose the little bit of gear I have, which is soon to be obsolete. So it's not really a big deal. So let me go ahead and put this stuff away. We will bring an extra suspensor belt. And I think we just need ammo now. Oh, we probably need a... Well, we can... Should we grab a reel cutter? Let's grab a reel cutter array. That way we can get a decent yield on some of this stuff. And then, yeah, maybe we'll do like a testing station or two, and then we'll like swap, and then we'll go... I assume I can get into them. Yeah, I've already got into them, so that should be fine. I assume if I'm not in a group, I can still get into them. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Is there some scrap around? There's got to be some scrap somewhere. But yeah, kind of low-key Monday. Starting a little bit later. You guys can probably tell I'm coming straight from the gym after a shower, and I'm still dripping. Longtime viewers of the channel will not be entirely surprised by this. What can I say? Oh, we should probably put on a G4. It's pretty nice. I guess I could have brought something to transport down here. Is there not some scrap here like I can use a cutter array on? Oh, there it is. I was like, these like always have one piece of scrap at least, if not two. Oh yeah, I was about to say, we could have taken the buggy out, but we can't. The buggy is in the DD. That's another thing. We got to break down our DD base here in a minute. I like how this person just like threw it down right in the middle. They didn't care. I tried to not obstruct the driveway, and these guys were just like, nah. Who cares? They can go around. All right. What else? So I think we can actually just craft here. We got the shotgun, right? So we just need light darts. That's all we need. Yeah, that'll work. All right, that'll get us started. Can get us questing. Let's go ahead and hey, Lyriel. Lyriel, the plan for today is to do some testing. We're like leveling up on another server so that we can, run around and get into more PvP and not just feel like we're picking on people. I think I want to make some sort of drive to get in my time zone and in the servers that we connect to, like the designated server for people to PvP on and actually and play all aspects of the game, not just PvP. I'd like to get that going. But anyways, for today, what we're doing is we're going to do some testing stations, and then we have to re-level up this character. So I am level 147, and actually I've gained a decent amount of those levels relatively recently. We got some Solari. We got no house script. We've got most of the skill lines done. I actually did do that, but not the planetologist. So we do need that's actually here in Haga that we'll need to go do that. But we're going to hop in. We're going to try out some of the new testing stations. Or I guess we've already been there plenty of times, but we're gonna go do some. Yeah, leveling on the new server, it's kind of a bummer. This is kind of a streamer problem. Like most people could just transfer and just have one character. but I need to be on several. Hey, what's up, Christopher? But I need to be on several so that, can jump from one to another. What makes the most sense? So fire can get us some unique stuff. I do think we want to level up fire anyways. Like, I think fire is probably the first one, so maybe we just go there. Yeah, let's do that. Chuji, what's up, man? All the PvPers on Harmony moved to Stoneheart, and then they got banned in the base rating Panwave. Yeah, did a lot of people do that? Is Stoneheart, is that not EU? 3D instances killed Harmony PvP. Yeah, I mean, it's still more accessible than it is. There's just people that want to PvP. It's still more accessible on Harmony than it is on the server I'm on. And maybe when, servers combine or whatever, we'll get some more people, but there's a lot of people. I mean, there's some people that are interested, but there's not enough, because what you want, and I know I'm not preaching to Gigi here, I know you know, but what you want is people to be able to go find it anytime they want. And so, yeah. So I think there's still some, but yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they need to combine them. Man, there's a lot of people on these servers. I will say that. You know what? We should grab everything here. Got to remember that. So we just got to grab everything. Yeah, it's hard to find PvP when people are all in different DD instances. Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, somebody found me to kill me, but I actually at one point farmed a large spice field, and nobody bothered me. Like I-5. And I wasn't being bothered at all. So, yeah, I think you might be right there. Oh, let's fix our skills if we can. Yeah. Here we go. Knee charge, center mass. Play not dispenser dash. Let's throw on a little discipline breathing, and then what are we missing here? Missing some passive. Maybe exploit weakness? Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Oh, yeah. Can definitely tell the difference here. Oh, still hurts, though. All right, let's just go. Oh, I'm already out of stam. How am I already out of stam? Oh, no, not like this. Not like this. Okay, we're up. We're up. We're up. All right. I guess I'm in mostly heavy? Is that why I'm hurting on stam? Maybe I don't have passives. Probably all of the above. My stam bar looks pretty healthy. So maybe I was just really doing a bad job of managing it there. Would you like PvP in Dune? Lyriel asks. My gut reaction is I hate PvP because I think the only PvP experience I have is ESO. I don't think you would, Lyriel. I think you would not enjoy it. I think a lot of a big part of the Dune PvP, although it's not everything, is like flying around and then shooting and stuff like that. And I think that, since I know you very well, I think a lot of that stuff you wouldn't. You would probably get like vertigo. You could get vertigo from some of it. I don't know how you feel about me whenever I'm flying around in these PvP station or PvE stations, but to a higher degree, maybe it's fine. But the thing is, even though you might not be like, yeah, I want to go PvP, I think that you would really enjoy. Like you can go out and harvest and spice harvest and stuff, and be one of the people that's driving the vehicle, that's doing other things. You don't have to be one of the people that are actively shooting at others. The Thopter, I was about to say that, yeah, the Thopter combat, I was thinking about that, but it's actually just as bad, if not worse, with some of those, because you can, you don't have to be flying upside down and doing barrel rolls, but sometimes it is the best thing to do. So I guess that's a little tricky. Gigi says, yeah, Thopter PvP was never really a thing on Harmony. Okay, I farmed tons of spice and almost never got attacked, even solo crawling large ring mouse before 3 instances. Okay. PvP in Dune is jank. Jank AF, don't buy this game for serious PvP. Yeah, it's not there. They're supposed to do a PvP update in, I don't know. I think it's supposed to come with the next one, Water Wars, Chapter 4. We're in Chapter 3 right now. And I hold great hope because of so I know that several of the developers are CSGO players. They really that's Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So they're PvP type players. And I personally find PvP in Dune Awakening to be it's been some of the most fun I've had in gaming. I think I could almost stop there. Like it's just been crazy fun at a few different times. Now, does that mean that that's going to be the experience for everybody or everybody's going to feel that same way? I mean, certainly not. But for me, I have just loved it and thought it was crazy good. So that's my 2 pennies. It's just bored people killing time. There's no incentive for PvP. Yeah, basically. There's no reason to PvP right now, or hardly any. Very little. I mean, at least like getting sand, getting harvesting in the DD on larger servers. I mean, there's legit reasons for PvP there, but not very much, and not like there was. Used to be resources we were actually fighting over, and so on and so forth. And that is just not the case now. Oh my gosh. My weapons are a little over-leveled for where I am at. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, really? Really? He's not going to do anything else. He's not even going to turn towards me. He's just going to immediately Suspenser Blast. I still think Dune, no matter how you feel about it, is still a really good value for the money. I am still very much on that page. I think it's one of those things that a lot of people are frustrated because we see how much better the game could be, and we see the potential. And I personally am fine with I've known that it's going to be a long time, that it's going to be years. By the time the game launches to where it reaches a state where it's like everybody should be, everybody wants and like feels like they should be playing this game or they're missing out. And I still think that's going to happen. If the developers keep making good decisions, and I think overall they have. I think people get really upset and a little bit in their own head and a little bit of just not understanding the reality of the situation, which is not their fault. They're players are consumers, and if you don't like the product, you don't like the product, right? Like any criticism is always valid. But as someone who covers this stuff and realizes development time scales, what is possible in any given patch, et cetera, and again, there were mistakes made, and those mistakes are going to take a very long time to fix. As someone who kind of understands all these things, I knew like when the Deep Desert was like screwed up, that it was going to take a very, very long time to sort that out. And that they also did some stuff that was really weird. And no game now launches finished. They just don't, guys. And no, very, very, very rarely maybe is my stand bugged? Why is my stand bar still up? Very, very rarely do any game in our current state of gaming launch and immediately become profitable, right? Like they're all underwater whenever they launch, and so they have to make a certain amount of money or they just get immediately killed. And so if they make that money, the thing is that it's a business that is underwater when it launches its product. Oh, this is going to be weird. So you have businesses that are underwater when they launch their product, right? So how long, if you're underwater and you don't have the money to do everything with your game like like you'd like. Wow, that's crazy. You know, you've got financing costs, right? And you've got other costs and considerations. And so games launch when they're ready enough, when they're good enough. And I think Dune very, very much was ready enough whenever it launched. Was it ready enough for all the players? Maybe not. I think also a lot of people are really upset at Funcom. They've had a bad relationship with Funcom. That's weird. How did that just freeze in the air? Oh, no. Completely out of stam. Is my stam bugged? Is that why I'm having so much problems, or am I just not paying it? I might just not be paying any attention. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, we even lit ourselves on fire. And we got that. Oh, my gosh. I think we should just... Can we just kill this guy? Maybe that's what we should do, or push to the next phase. There we go. Let's get our stand back here. There we go. All right. Oh! Do we not have... Do we not have any... Huh. I just dropped down from the sky. I don't know why. I thought maybe my... I've got a low tier power pack. I thought maybe that had, like, failed me, but I think just the input stopped registering for some reason. Oh, that did that time. All right, cool. Let me catch up here. It's just, oh yeah, sorry, you already read that. It was fun when resources / labs were contested, but was not balanced at all, was always jank. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, jank, sure. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on that. It was incredibly fun. I know that. And I didn't feel like it was unfair, either to me or to other people, and I was mostly running around solo. And then when I was running around with people, I found like 1 or 2 peeps to run around with that were also had originally been solos and kind of met up or whatever. And we would go against 3, 4, 8 guys, and that was always pretty fun. I mean, there were some issues. I think that some people struggled more with stuff that they didn't necessarily have to struggle with because it was a new game and, you know, you don't know how to do stuff. Like, it's happened recently where people just don't know how to do evasive maneuvers whenever they're being shot at or something. So there's a lot of stuff like that. But, I mean, the most fun that we had was there was a group. I've told the story before. I mean, I think the streams, you can find it in the live streams probably from a while ago. Actually, I didn't live stream it. I put it out separately. But back when there was like 2 islands, one with titanium, one with truphidium, and Titanium Island would always be like the biggest. It's an island in the middle of the desert of rock, guys. That's what I mean by island. And a group of Harkonnens would, you know, sit there, and there's a big guild, and there's a group of Harkonnens on our server, and you know, they would just try to like monopolize it, right? And people couldn't farm, and people couldn't get the top tier resources. Now, this was a problem because there's a lot of people that only PvE'd, only wanted to PvE, and the top tier resources. Wait, what? Oh, increase your faction rank. Oh my gosh, we can't even go up in levels. All right, I guess we do got to leave the testing stations and go do some questing. It popped up last time, and I just didn't even read it. I wasn't paying attention. But anyways, they locked down that island, and, you know, mostly those were people that really liked to grief others, and they were really, many of them, I don't know, most might be a bit harsh, but many of them, were, you know, they just wanted to grief you. That's what they wanted to do. And when they fought people that actually wanted to fight back and were prepared to fight back, things didn't go so well for them. It wasn't like they were amazing players. They were just fighting people that didn't have anything to do with PvP. And we would go out there, we'd set up a little base, because these guys were on like 24/7. Like literally they had people on 24/7. They would camp chests. There were guys camping a chest for over 24 hours. Just crazy stuff. I'm like, what is going on with these guys? Yeah, we went out there and, you know, we raided several bases and put up our own base or took over their base. And then we would mine as much titanium and truphidium as we wanted. and we would also open it up to everybody else, solo players, whoever could come farm. That was so much fun. And those guys getting tilted that somebody was like fighting, was actually that could fight, was actually fighting them, was kind of hilarious too. They were so mad, and that was great times. I don't know, that was hard to match that. And it was ground combat around the base, it was aerial combat, it was air to ground, ground to air. All that stuff was great, and I thought it was pretty well balanced. Yeah, I thought everything was pretty well balanced. Let's go ahead and swap out skills here again so that we have more mobility skills slotted. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, before aero resources. Yeah. Now all that stuff. Now the problem was the first like 90% of the game, I don't know. Basically the entire game was PvE until you got to the deep desert and the end game, and then it turned into a lot of PvP. And a lot of people did not. That's not why they came. Oh, do I gotta be at the entrance first, and like register part of the quest? And so that was like it really upset people, understandably so. It was a huge mistake on their part, which is kind of a head scratcher. But they did something drastic to fix that, which is they made half the DD, which was mostly PvP, into a PvE zone. Really pissed off the people that like to PvP, but it's what they needed to do because 99% of the current player base were mostly PvE players. And so it's something that absolutely needed to be done. It was always going to piss off the PvP players. There were some PvP players that had some, let's just say, interesting takes. Like, I'm not trying to give anybody a hard time, but there were some people that they were comparing an MMO to Fortnite, basically, and other games like that. Like, so kind of like, PvP players are like God's gift to gaming, and, without us, like the health of the game is gonna like go down, and like, them PvPing in the deep desert and griefing people that didn't have anything to do with PvP was really like a service to the community, and some really weird takes. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. It's all good, but it was like, what are you guys talking about? That was pretty funny, though. Where it's like, guys, you're comparing apples and oranges here and thinking that these two things are related, and they're just not. But I think that people will come back because, I mean, the PvP, whenever you're doing it, is pretty awesome. Got armor recommendations for solo boss fights. I can give you a little bit, Wayne. I need to do some testing on it, man. And I can pass on info that has been passed on to me. And I bet between you, me, and chat, we could probably figure out the rest. Yeah. On Harmony, when they added resources to PvE, every single node was built over within 50 minutes of server coming up. Oh my gosh. Wow. It was fun when resources / labs were contested, but was not balanced at all. It was always jank. Yeah, maybe. Before the ARO. Yeah. That was the one good thing on Harmony. PvPers wanted to fight over other PvPers, not grief farming farmers, really. Yeah. So, Wayne, it depends on the boss. If you're in Poison, it is Blade Mitigation. The Poison boss is Blade Mitigation. If you're in Radiation, I believe it's Energy. Can someone confirm? I'm pretty sure that's Energy and Radiation. What else do we got? Oh, Lightning, I believe, is Dart Mitigation. So you want Dart Mitigation on Lightning. Fire. What is Fire? Probably Fire. And Concussive. It's also a lot of Concussive. So that would be like Bulwark or something like that. Because if you ever notice, if you ever don't get lit on fire, but you get hit or it lands near you, it does concussive damage. I'm pretty sure it's concussive damage. I haven't tested. This is part of it. Yeah, Bulwark is the best. I think someone tested them on Reddit. Forge helps a little bit with the environmental stuff. Yeah, Bulwark, I think all the way around is like just the best. Just all the way around. I need to go to. Did I do the? Maybe I did. There's like a ship thing. A new one. Is it here? I think I did that. Maybe. Does that answer your questions there, though, Wayne? It was fun for the CS nerfs when everyone was fighting against melee in the Rex. Yeah, and that's also part of the deal. Is like everybody was like melee sucks, melee's terrible. Melee had problems. Meleeing with like multiple opponents was not really possible. But melee was never the S tier garbage that everybody made it out to be. It was just a bunch of people chasing the meta, and always it has always been best to take a hybrid approach. I'm not a fan of the outdoor combat. Everyone jumping around with Chigawire like fleas. Bulwark is, yeah, I mean, there needs to be a good mix for sure. Bulwark lets you take an extra shot unshielded from the lightning guy. Yeah. Well, Bulwark is going to be mostly dart mitigation, so I think that's all aligned.
Then you spoke to one of the houses? See.
I'm just going to be clicking through here, guys. I've done these before. They're very fun. I recommend them. Don't want to ruin them for anybody, and also, we came here for a good time, not a long time. I don't know what Dark Boss is. Is he also Blade? Or is it like, it's probably something different. What would it be? If not Blade. I don't know. Hey, keep it down. My wife is laughing so hard in the room. I don't know what's going on. Additional contracts will become available. Is this the part we have to go find him? Where he's like, he gets himself like trapped in like one of the testing stations. I think this might be where we're at here. What do we need to do for the Atreides stuff? Let me see. Talk to Alara. Is that the kitten lady? I think it might be. So we need to go talk to her. Poison Spice. Okay. So we need to do this. Find somebody in Arakeen. Okay, so we need to go to Arakeen. We need to go to Harko. I think those are the two main things. We need to go to Arakeen. We need to go to Harko. Do these matter? I don't think these matter. We will need a rad suit for some of these, so we'll probably just head south and we'll just go hit up the, oops, wrong button. Didn't mean to hit my boosters before coasting. I've still been running the rad suit, but thinking the Bulwark. Yeah. Are you talking? Wait, where are you talking about? You've been running rad suit, just like in everything. If you're doing the radiation one, I think you have to wear the rad suit. I don't think anything else is going to give you the radiation protection you need for that. But if we helped you, I'm good. I mean, but YouTube just asked me if I thought one of your videos was AI slop. Oh my god. That is, oh my god, YouTube, seriously? Wow. This is the problem. This is, oh my god, that's incredibly upsetting, actually. If YouTube can't tell my videos from AI slop. Wow. Well, guys, if you ever get those polls from YouTube, please hook me up. Give me good thumbs up. Don't meme on them. It's a big deal. If it makes you feel better, it did the same thing a few days ago about last week tonight. Okay, so they're just trying to train the algorithm and they're using us for it. I mean, that's cool, I guess. All right. I can share my base with you if you want. Use it, though I messed up my perms when someone said there was a bug where people would steal from Associate Chess. Hey, man, I would super appreciate it until I can, like, get up. I don't have quite enough I don't have quite enough melange to be able to. Well, yeah, it'd be super helpful, man. What's going on, Rayon? Still at low levels. 8 on electric. I'm just bad at the mechs. Hey, man, dude, I struggle. Electric was pain. Melange is no problem. Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought about it. I was thinking about this, and I was like, all right, if I'm gonna ask Chuchi for something, what would it be? I think a or actually, you know what? A use of a crawler and a carrier, so I could go out there and just try to solo, and especially right now where I could make sure that it's not going to take any like permanent damage. That would probably be the biggest thing, and then I can like farm stuff up or whatever. Um, but yeah, man, it's whatever. I'm thinking I've got a friend who is like kind of AFK right now, and I think I'm gonna give him a bunch of stuff on the server we're on together, and ask him to bring it over here for me. Uh, so normally we're on the Anvil, and I would invite everybody to come join us there. I'm actually leveling up on Harmony right now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You got a ton of NK6 stuff and can always buy more. Yeah, I should be good, man. I mean, yeah, I should be good on the MK6 stuff because once I can get to the stations, it's just being able to get to them. So farming up the stations, um, plastanium is not really a big deal. I feel like I've already got a T6 cutter array, one of the first things I made. Having enough spice to be able to make a better refiner, but if I can use yours, then gold in there. I mean, I don't really think I need much else, right? It's just being able to get spice, and everything else is I can just farm up and what have you. So it's like not a big deal. Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, if I can just use it until I have enough that I can make my own, that would be the big thing. Like you don't have to give it to me. You can loan or whatever. Let me use the one you got if you're not on right now or whatever. And well, lots of PvP. I'm PvP averse. No, it is not. Mainly because, yeah, mainly because it's like, no, it's not, man. I'm trying to get a little bit more going on, but in like a healthy way. So I'm looking at probably this coming weekend, almost certainly this coming weekend, I'm going to do some classes and try to like help people learn some of the basics, so that we can have people to PvP with at a later date. So one of the things is like evasive maneuvers and just how to dogfight a little bit will be one of the things we'll go over. And then basic combat, like I'll probably make an arena. I'm not sure I'll do all those at the same time. Now you have when I get enough to give them to streamers who need them at least. Hey, man, I appreciate it. It's a huge help. Chuji's helped me before, and it was amazing getting set up, and helping me now. I appreciate it, man. I haven't played again lately. Looks like I missed a lot. Oh yeah, man. There's a ton. There's a ton going on. Yep. Yeah, Wayne. By the way, those talking about the electric station and those mechs, man. I struggled so hard with those. Chuchi was here. He was trying to help me out at one point. Like, nah, dude, it's this and this, and I was like, dude, I don't see it. I don't see it. Eventually, it will click, and it'll actually be really easy. So, if you're I'll probably do some guides. I think there's a couple out there, so I haven't been super stressed about it. But I'd like to do some guides that are not just like the quickest, fastest way, but aiming more for like the easiest way, or an easy way, or easier ways to do it. So one of the things is like, for the heavies, I usually start with the melee guys. I think that's a good way to do it, because as soon as they come out, you hit them with a heavy attack. Then you can immediately get into like a couple of slow blades, at least one, maybe two, and then they'll probably die. Maybe three, you got to block or parry, do one more thing. You just knee charge, kill them. Then I usually move on to the range guys with a weirding step, attack them till they're dead. And then for the heavies, you want to use compel, and then several slow blades. Usually you can get at least two, often three, and then maybe back up. Your weirding step will be up. Weirding step them again, and slow blades. It can be pretty formulaic if you kind of get used to it. The main thing with the heavies is don't do things out of order. Compel first, then use your other abilities, typically weirding step. If you do other things, what I've heard or rumored, I don't know if this is true, is that they'll have diminishing returns on being crowd controlled, and so if you use things in a different order than that, you won't get as many slow blades in, just because of where the breakpoints are. So, yeah.
I can already tell. That does capture you.
Yeah, but I'm always happy, guys. I'd love to do some group stuff and like help people once things are fixed. I'd love to do some stuff to help people, how to get through those as a group, because that's the kind of content that a lot of stuff I've made historically, and so I'd love to do more of that. And I'd also love to do some single player stuff. But if you ever have questions about it and I can help, come by a stream. I'm always happy to, like, if there's one particular thing, if you have a specific question, if it's kind of like I don't know what to do, I'll do my best. I think a video guide will probably be the most helpful, because I'll go through most of the things I know to do. But yeah, all right. What level are we with the Atreides? Where's that at? I thought it was like here. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we're level 3. We need to get up to level 5. Okay, so that is talk to Thufir Hawat. Where's this dude? Does it say? Just says talk to him. I don't see any quest markers here, so I feel like we're good. Oh, this is the faction one. Wait, doesn't it say Arakeen? I'm confused. Probably wanted me to read the quest. I'm not going to do it. Thufir's upstairs? Oh, thank you. George, appreciate it, man. Also, hello. What's going on? Guppysaurus, how's it going? Not too much. Just leveling up an alt. Is it not this guy? He's gone. Oh, is this the one where you're going to go in here and, like, look around? Nope, not yet. What's this guy do? Just drunk? Okay. Yeah, I don't have any quest markers here. I'm just a little bit confused. Oh, is it it's the annoying kid in the corner? Where the Thopters are. Oh, okay. This is Cyprio. My bad.
Why are you?
That's what you meant by up the stairs. I thought you meant up the stairs in the bowl. I know what you mean. Eating mac and cheese before slaving away at work. That sounds delicious. I don't think there's enough power to run all the refiners at once. You got to turn them off and on. That's cool, man. All good. If you need me to farm up some stuff too, I could probably grab some stuff. I did join a guild because someone was like, "Hey, we're looking for people," and I was like, "That, I mean, just seemed like the quickest ticket to, getting into some PvP." Got to see if, I want to make sure I'm not taking more than I'm getting from them, but I also want to make sure that long term we're going to want to run together. We shall see. No, I've got one. I've got a buggy. Yeah. Oh, it's the guy on the other corner, huh? Wrong guy. Kind of on autopilot right now. Yeah, I don't have a Focus, but I've got an MK6. So it's all good. It's good enough.
That people, Andrea turned herself in. Her action. There will be now a process cannot be understood. I cannot. And I've kept we.
All right, we got a contract. Excellent. What does this one want me to do? Pick up Skorda's Trail and Arakeen. Okay. Yeah, well, you know about that. Find anything you don't have, Perbs. Alright, cool, man. I appreciate it, my dude. I'm a speed reader, Guppy. I'm a speed reader. That's all it is. You can tell when you're on Harmony. Is this the thing? No. No. All right. Well, let's actually look at the map. Oh, it's in the Bull. We got to go to the Seleucid Bull.
Hi. Is it you? Yeah. I'm right.
All right. We interrogated him. Now do we got to go back? Hashtag jealous. Saw this cool thing online. Oh, God. I'm waiting for where this is going because I know it's going to be a joke. I know. No coming from Guppy. It's going to be a... Let's hear it, Guppy. Let's hear the punchline. Space only has like 1/3 of my mats anyways. Keep most of them on my alt account in case I get banned. Dude, what are you getting banned for, man? Don't answer that.
I expected you. Well done. Speak with one of their practices may seem strange.
All right, we got a new one. Wait, do we not just do this? Does this one like not put a quest marker because you're actually supposed to like find the guy? We're just gonna keep running back and forth. I think this one's gonna be okay. Cool. Guys, I'm a real serious quester, let me tell you. I'm just all about the quests. I actually do like the Dune quests, and I actually thought they were quite fun. And I did like read and actually I'd go through them at first. But at this point, oh, wrong turn.
Greetings. And the coils of refund. I understand.
No, answer that. Live streams. Curiosity must be satisfied. Wait, what am I supposed to answer? Are all the chats coming through? Are some of them getting eaten? Let me try to make sure all the chats are coming through. Oh, because you love raiding bases and other shenanigans. Oh, man. Say it ain't so, Plucky. Say it ain't so. 200 meters upstairs and this way. Oh, back over there. Okay. Just going out. Luckily, I didn't kill any thieves that night. There were so many people raiding on Stoneheart. I couldn't find one depowered and worth the effort. All I found were other raiders to mess with. No, you're just crazy, Night Hero. Oh, well, we know that, Guppy. What? I wonder what... I don't even know where time zone is Stoneheart. Also, who's making the? How are we making these decisions as a group? That we're just like, all right, we're all moving somewhere else.
I expected you.
An impressive.
I'm afraid you'll do what I
Wouldn't
received
power
word
down
that
an
you
active
tried to
base
get
to
off
raid it.
work
I was just
before
looking for
talking
abandoned
to
ones.
Arthur.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I think that's
Arthur
fair
will
too.
get
Like
a
they
take.
it is kind of annoying having to wait on bases that are clearly abandoned to like time out and hopefully time out in a way that doesn't destroy everything of value in them. Okay, cool. We're already level 4. Oh, we're going to have to keep leveling up to level 20, aren't we? But we need to do daily quests anyways. All right. I forget how this works. I just did this, right? Like less than a month ago. So much lag got cleared out that night. Okay. And then they rolled it all back. Oh, just from all the bases and everything. Yeah, dude. On leg, it's rough, man. Like just zoning in and out and trying to like fly around and do just like basic stuff takes it's a chore. Yeah, like earlier today, and then a lot of times when I load in, I'll have issues. Like I'll load in and I try to get in the Thopter, and it won't let me. It won't actually like move me to like the driver's seat, and then in addition to like not moving me to the driver's seat, it also will tell me there's no fuel and it won't let me do anything, and I have to like the only thing I figured out to do is like relog. Okay, so we got to go to the Odam, and then we got to go to Harko Village real quick. I have to go work now. Okay, Guppy. Hope work goes well. We'll catch you later. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Most of the raiders went for abandoned bases. Okay, just a few that were. I mean, that checks out. Just a few that were like, let me go destroy someone's base. George says, to run station, you just need to get to level 5 and talk to Thafir again for the recollections. You'll be able to progress station levels after that. I thought you had to go up to 20, George. Am I not remembering? Because I can run them now. I think quests unlock when you get to 5. Or maybe just to a certain part in the quest. I don't know. But I think for difficulty, I remember not being able to do difficulty 20 because I didn't have my rep with Atreides up to 20 yet. But I could be wrong. I just like to hit things and shoot things. Some of the finer details of how stuff works sometimes escapes me. What the rubber banding? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Wow. Wow. This is interesting. Yeah. Oh my god. Can I even get anywhere? This is, oh my god, this is so bad. I think there might be a few too many people on these servers. Oh my god, this is so bad. Just don't mind me teleporting around. This is not normal behavior, guys.
Oh, look. The kitten is back. Do we have business? Oh, very good, kitten. You spoke to... It's his method. So, what are you... Not so... Which means stealth, but never fear. Then go.
Is there anything else?
Oh,
What about other business?
now you have my... That's a very dangerous... Well done, kitten. If we find any...
Okay, cool. So we had 2 quests there.
Oh, look.
Did we get through all of them?
Other business. Then this is good.
All right, cool. Excellent. Water. Oh, cool. The water trooper's mansion. Oh, that's fun. This one's fun. I don't know if we have to do that right now or what the situation is with that. Search the learning center for Skorda, Haga Basin somewhere. All right, well, we got to go by our base anyways. Maybe it was just loading into this area and now we're good. I was trying to move too quickly. We got anything else here? No. All right, cool. Yeah, it's Harmony lagging too. Yeah, because a while ago it let me run a station level 3, but then I think that was the max my rep was. So I couldn't go up. I completed a 3 and thought I'd be able to do a 5 and was incorrect. I think a conversation hopefully later on in the week we'll be able to have, maybe on Friday, maybe Saturday. I'd like to chat a little bit. Oh, thank you so much. My lovely wife bringing me some tea. I'd like to chat a little bit about. I think there needs to be some changes. I think we need some disruption in the market, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Right? I don't run a games company, but there's two major things that I think that could really. We just need to change what we're doing. I would say one is the way the community teams, community managers work, which are essentially the marketing people in games companies. And a lot of them are very corporate. And I just think that I think they have some stuff that they're doing that is honestly, it's not just, I think it's the wrong approach to the games industry and how this business actually works. And I think so many people take general corporate. I mean, and corporate BS is like so much a thing, but I think they seem to take general corporate best practices and then one for one try to apply them to games. And some companies don't do that, but then they also, like, these are marketing people and they're social media people. So they're all online. They're all on social media. And a lot of times they know each other. And I think that, you get the bubbles and like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing. And what they're really trying to do is promote their game. But there's also the issue with live service games. And a lot of it, oh, is it? Okay, the storm was just ended. I wasn't paying attention if I logged into one. And I just think that it's the wrong approach, and I think it could be helpful to talk about. Do I think it's going to change anything? Probably not. But I would like to talk about it because I do think these things can and do and should have like a different approach. Oh, that's cool. I think that's new. I think it's like really new. Huh. Cool. And, in the other part...
Technologists examined the gel sphere you brought me. They found evidence of other labs. Secret labs. Gel spheres are ancient technology, created to encompass the storage of artificial intelligence. Did you just feel a tingle on your spine, kitten? The Butlerian jihad is a delicious taboo. I suspect there were multiple machine minds being studied, right here on Arrakis, hidden beneath the testing stations, away from prying eyes. We have discovered at least 2 more locations. I want you to retrieve gel spheres from each of them. I will send you the locations of the gel spheres. Bring each one back to me, and I will reward you handsomely.
Okay, cool. We got to do go to the secret testing station. That's good because that's going to be something that is that should be something that it will get us closer to unlocking everything for the latest chapter. Is there really no scrap like right outside? That's a rock. Well, I guess we'll just go where we know there's some. Ah! Ran into a rock. Yeah. Anyways, one of the things is that like whole, communication and stuff like that, because I really think it could be changed. And the other thing is I'd like to chat a little bit more about game development, and there's kind of a couple of aspects to that with how I don't want to both sides it, but I do think that there are kind of issues. I think that games companies often don't do a great job communicating, and I think that players also can be a little unrealistic and not understanding. And to be clear, I blame the games companies for that, because it is their fault. It's their communication people sucking, honestly. And I don't want to like hate on anybody. Like, people are probably doing the best they can, but they don't know what to do. And I think it's an interesting topic, and I think it could be enlightening for kind of everybody involved. So I just want to craft a construction tool. I was going to make something, but now I'm just like, it's fine. We'll just build more darts for the rest of it. But I also might want to try to get some creators together and chat about Dune and what we think. I think that could be fun as well. But I don't know if some of the other guys that are doing stuff, I'm not sure if they're going to want to come on a stream. Some of them don't even talk on their content. But some of those sweatier players that are doing the higher level testing stations, I think it could be interesting. Let me see here. So we already read that. No. You need rank. Okay, so George Rivera is saying you need rank 5 to get the recollections and specializations dailies. That's how you get the 75 reputation rank per quest, 5 quests per day, and eventually you get to faction rank. Yeah, 20, cool. And your faction rank still controls up to 20, controls like the highest level testing station you can do. Yeah. These people don't enjoy playing their own game. Do we know that though? Also, like, I kind of understand that to some degree. I'm going to be honest. You do something so much and you're so involved. That happens in pretty much every MMO. Like, if you're making an MMO, a lot of times, and developers will say this, they're so focused on doing one thing and working on this one thing, that eventually you get done and you're like, okay, I want to work on something else. I want to do something else. And I don't think that is unreasonable. This happens to grad students. Grad students who their job is to, doing in technical fields when they're doing research on something, and they're just like going on this one thing, studying it, every aspect of it, et cetera, and they get done, and they eventually get done with a degree, and a lot of times they just want to study something else, or at the very least, like a different aspect, and kind of need a break. And I think that's like somewhat understandable. I think the other part of the communication thing so I guess we can have part of the conversation now, and then we can have it again later in the week. I think a couple of days. I'll have slept since then. It'll feel fresh. So I'll just go ahead and talk about it now. But we're going to go over here and see if we can find Kynes, by the way. Never mind. Maybe we don't. I don't know if I'm going to remember what station he's in, because he could be in either one of these. Yeah, never mind. We're just going to follow the quest markers. That's what we're going to do. Whew. Golly. My markers aren't showing up on my map. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, so it is understandable for developers to get over it. I think that a lot of the complaints that developers will have, or one major complaint is maybe a way I should phrase it, is that they feel like the signal to noise ratio is really bad. and this is true, but this is also true with most businesses, but let's just go with it. A lot of times people think that their type of business and the situation they have is like unique, and it's like, no, a lot of businesses have these problems. So the signal to noise ratio, you will have somebody who will do something once, not understand it, and be having a bad day, right? And they will say, this thing is stupid. The way you do this is stupid. This game is stupid. It should be done this way, a different way. And let me tell you the way. The way I want it done is like this other game I played that I already know how to play. And so I feel good because I already understand that type of play style. And I want you to make that game, but kind of different, but like in your universe. That is one example of like pretty poor quality feedback, right? Like you can't really do a whole lot with that feedback. It's not good feedback. And then you'll also have people like, people like Talith or, any number of you guys, plenty of you guys who like play the game a lot, and it's like the players that have played things at high level, have played it a lot, have tested stuff out, understand how it actually works, and then understand the problems. And it happens to everybody too. I just want to point this out. Like I do the same thing. If I pop into something and I play it for like 2 seconds, I might have a different opinion of it than if I play it for a lot longer. And I might come to learn that like, oh, my first opinion, I see this with game reviewers actually all the time that don't play the game that they're reviewing enough, and they'll tell you some opinion and some thoughts on it, and they'll say it very confidently, and it's like, yeah, I can tell that you just played like the first level or the first area, and then you formed your opinion and you made a video. If you would have kept playing a little bit more, you would realize that is wrong, and it's just the issue we're having is like a stepping stone and is just part of the leveling up process. This is just a for instance, but I see it happen all the time. And so, both those people might give feedback to a games company. Well, some of that feedback is useless and some of it is highly valuable. And I don't think that most games companies are, basically none of them. I mean, some of them have kind of ways where you can give feedback. Almost none of them have ways of sifting through that feedback to determine what of that feedback is good and what is like kind of nonsense. And there are ways of doing this. Like these are not unknown things. These are not like mystical, confusing, again, sometimes people are like, oh no, the games industry is different than other industries. And in some ways that's true, but it's not like an altogether original thing. Look like your cliff base back there. Oh yeah. Yeah, with that one up top, that's kind of what I was thinking too, man. Yeah, with like an Atreides style. So what was I saying? Let me catch up on chat actually. Juju says, it just seems like devs are mostly concerned with keeping the weekly numbers up based on what Chapter 3 included. Systems you do because you have to, not because you want to. I don't know, man. I find it hard to level too much criticism at Funcom right now because overall I think they're doing a really good job and I really like what they're doing. I think that I know that the creative director is very passionate about the Dune universe and he's passionate about this game and he wants to make the best game he can. I think I've seen that. Did I just come from here? Is this where I just walked out of? Huh. And so, and I think they've done a really good job with that. Are there problems? Are things incomplete? Are things not done? Yeah. When I look around at Dune, the biggest problems I see are, I turned myself around somehow. I'm a dork. The biggest problems I see with Dune right now are things that aren't complete. Like you said, like a lot of the implementations are basic implementations. And to me, that reads as, that to me reads as like we're limited on our resources and this is the way we chose to spend them. And that's how it reads to me. And a lot of players are like really angry about that. And I think that you kind of have to, there are some basic assumptions that we need to kind of talk about and have as players that I think would really help us all have more productive conversations around all of this stuff. I'm totally lost. All right, we'll just try one of these directions. And part of those is like you got to realize that game developers really want to make a good game. They're doing what they're doing because they're passionate about games and the games industry and games more generally, and that they play games. That most of them want other games companies to make really good games because they want to be able to play those really good games. And yes, there are bad actors. Yes, there are people that do stupid things. Like I remember when Diablo 4 first came out, and the developers did a live stream, and it was the most tone deaf live stream, and I was like embarrassed on their behalf. It was like everything wrong to do in a live stream, and like every wrong way to take any feedback from your customers, et cetera, et cetera. It was just like honestly, I still kind of want to go back and like look at it and like go over like, hey, here's how not to do a live stream. So you do have that. You do have people that will, at least the same place. That's funny. So you will have that. You will have like, people are people. So you will have that. But by and large, the people making games want to make good games. They're not like, hey, let's make a shitty game that pisses players off. Let's make a half-done game and string players along for years and then like not pay it off as being like a really good game. Like never make it like a great game. Nobody's doing that. And I think that sometimes I hear players talk and they like people honestly convince themselves. Did we come in this way? I'm so lost. People will honestly convince themselves that the developers are like that. They really do. They really convince themselves that like, the developers are, I don't know what they think, but people convince themselves that developers don't care about the game, don't care about players, don't want to make a good game. And I could just go on. And it's just like, I understand how you can get there, like, because I've been there. I've been there as a player. I understand how you can get from point A to point B. But you also need to take, how are you lost? You're the navigator of the family. I know, Lyriel, it's confusing. You got to take how you experience things. You got to take what you think about things, and then you got to do a sanity check and be like, wait, does this make sense? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know where I'm going. We're back to where we started. It's near the end, right? Instead of going like out though, you should be able to go deeper somehow. How do we do that? So I don't know. Some of this stuff is it's complicated, and it's frustrating for kind of all parties involved, I think. It's frustrating for the developers who feel like the players don't, players will treat them like all those things that I just said, which is like, man, why would they think that we want to destroy the thing that we love? Why would they think we don't care about players? Why would they think, so there's that part of it. Players are frustrated and are like, why don't the devs care about us? Why don't they do all the things that we want? And, it's even oh, God, thank God we found it. It's even frustrating for people like me who see both of these sides and are like, man, I wish we could have a productive conversation about this. And we do, especially here, right? A lot of you guys are, right? You like this channel, hopefully, because part of it, I think for a lot of people is that like, we can have these adult, reasonable conversations. But it can be hard, and people want to be extreme, and people get mad and whatever. And I understand, like I've been there, and I do feel the pain and frustration and everything. It's happened to me with many a game, and sometimes you are like, sometimes it is just incompetence, guys. It is. But other times it's not. I know there's passionate people at Funcom, but do they have any control in the end? Dude, the creative director, the guy in charge of all of the stuff that goes in the game that we care about, all that stuff, that's who the creative director is. Sometimes they have different titles at different companies, and sometimes they have different power and whatever. There are the money people and the finance people, and Funcom is ultimately owned by Tencent, but they seem to be fairly hands-off from what I have seen. I think the issue comes, like, a lot of people have been really upset about Conan Exiles, and like that the game didn't, like, there wasn't more updates and they didn't fix all the bugs and everything. Look at the sales. Look at the player base. The money is simply not there. That's what it comes down to. Conan is not an IP that a bunch of people are getting on board with. It's just not. And so it's like they did what they could do, is I think what it comes down to. And you know, people get upset about that, and I get it. Funcom has incredible, and the other thing is, like, you know, when you do those sanity checks, it's taking a step back. It's taking a step back and going, like, does this all square, right? Does everything make sense? All right, what are these dudes? We got a couple of G.I. Joes here. And saying, you know, what do I know? What do I know for a fact? So one of the things I know, so like one of and you know, it's hard because even trusting people, right? Like, you might go, well, the developer said this and I trust them. Sometimes people lie to themselves. That developer might believe the thing they told you, and it might not be true or not turn out, you know, the way you'd like or whatever. But, you know, you know, do they want the game to be successful? Yes, right? They all want the game to be successful, both financially and otherwise. Okay. You know, I look at ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, and I look at the monetization going on in that game, and I'm like, this is predatory, and I hate it. Right? So we could start with that as like one of the things that we know. We know that the monetization is predatory. Okay, we can see that with our own two eyes. And then that can inform other stuff. Whenever I look at Dune, I don't see, I mean, the monetization, they could make more money. This could be a subscription. We are not paying a monthly subscription. Why? They would make more money if they charged us a monthly subscription. Why aren't they doing it? There has to be a reason, right? What is it? And if you have watched as many developer streams as I have and heard them talk, I think it's because they're passionate gamers and they're tired, and they're just like us, and they're really frustrated with games as a service, and they like the idea of being able to buy a game and own it and play it whenever the hell you want. And as they make new content, they do have to sell that new content, so you do have to buy chapters and other things to update. But a lot of the stuff, if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of money, or just doesn't want to have to spend a lot of money on games, it's an incredibly good value, and they provide a lot of the things for free. And then they have things that are behind that paywall, and the people that have the money to afford those things help finance the game for the people that don't. And that's what I see when I look. That's one of the things that I sanity check and I look at, and that's how I perceive it. Maybe other people have different takes. That's cool, but I look at that and I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty healthy. I've seen the developer live streams. I've seen how passionate the creative director is. The creative director of Dune really loves the Dune universe. Like, really likes it. He's kind of a super fan, right? He knows all about the lore. He is just incredibly passionate about the game, or about the universe. When people have been upset about things, they're like, why don't you do this? You know, why don't you make this game function like this? One of his comments, a little bit snarky, and I think it's fine. I don't think it was necessary in the case that I heard it, but it's fine. Was like, I don't know, someone said something about like wanting to be able to like queue up dead bodies in the still or something, and like, his answer to them was like an RP answer, and I might be combining a couple of his responses, but it was like, we understand, like, you want the game to be like this. We want the game to be Dune. We want the game, and automating the sacred task of like putting a body in a death still and like extracting that water. This is like a sacred task in the Dune universe, right? Like this is the Fremen death still, right? Like it means something. It shouldn't be just an automated process. A little RP heavy for a lot of us, I know, and I'm an RP nerd. I'm fine with it, but I get it. I just see someone who's incredibly passionate about the game and just wants it to be good. And when you look, and then so again, these basic facts, right? The monetization seems to be really good. They seem to care about gamers. They care about the Dune universe, and it really does seem like they want to make the best game possible. Okay, well then here's a question you might have as a player. Why were the bugs that were in Conan Exiles, why were they brought into Dune? Why didn't they take the time to fix those? That is disrespectful to players. It shows that they don't care about players and they don't care about the game. That could be a take. That is I've heard that take from others. And I think that is I don't think that it's crazy to think that. But if we take the things that we do know and we go, well, why would they do that? Well, I have a little bit more insight, right? Because I've been covering the games industry for a while now. I mean, I've been a gamer for forever, but you know, like the difference between doing something professionally and doing something where like I compare it to like the first time I used to think I knew how big, like I used to know about board games, and then I started covering board games and I was like, holy shit, this is like, there like so many games come out in a year, more than one person could possibly know and check out, even on like a very like light level. And I was like, okay, this is like a different level. And I think players do this too. It's essentially the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Like you don't know the stuff you don't know, so you think you have it all figured out. So one of the things that I know as a game, as someone who covers, the games industry, is I know and I'm aware that, like I said, games launch, they're very cash strapped. It's very hard. A lot of games don't launch when they're finished. They launch when they're finished enough, and plenty of great games. A lot of people would think they were finished, and I'd be like, no, these games weren't finished. The developers had ideas when they made the game that they wanted to ultimately put in the game, but they just were not going to get it there for launch. Okay, so that's what I mean by not finished. But what we want as players is we do want a finished game because we want it to feel like it's finished. There needs to be enough content there, and I think so you could argue that's a little bit of semantics about whether it's finished or not finished or whatever. But again, if you look at all those things, you can draw some conclusions. And one of the things that the developers at Funcom did, and I think when I explain this, I think you're going to be like, wow, that's a really good idea. So they have limited time and limited resources. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. So when you look at the attention to detail with this stuff, oh my God, it's so good, guys. I don't know. That's pretty damn cool. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, anyways, that's amazing. I love that. Impressive. But when you realize they have limited time, limited resources, and they look at what they can do. And I think they've been planning to do this before they knew they could make Dune or any other game. I think they were planning on being able to reuse assets. What they did is they took all the stuff from Conan Exiles that they could. They literally, sorry, Chi-Chi, I want to get to your comments, man. I'm going off. I'm monologuing here. They literally copy and pasted those things. Why would they do? And they pasted, and they also pasted all of the problems, too. Why did they do that? Well, several reasons. The biggest one is because game development takes years, and they had spent years and years developing the climbing system, traversal system, for example, in Conan Exiles. Well, if they could just copy-paste that and move it over, then that is hours and months of development time that they just saved there. And so instead of spending time reinventing the wheel, those are things you can usually do something with. Instead of spending all that time reinventing the wheel, they then spent the rest of that time making something new. And one of the byproducts of that is that they did copy and they did move over those bugs. Now, they have fixed those bugs. But the thing is, they had to launch a game, and they had to make a game profitable so that they could continue making more of the game. And so there are things you have to give up. And they said, you know what, are these bugs stopping people from enjoying the game? And if so, like, how much are they stopping people from enjoying the game? Because that's the question that they have to answer. And, you know, with some of these things, the answer is, yeah, it was stopping the people from enjoying the game. And I think they've done a pretty decent job. This is crazy. I think they've done a pretty decent job, like, navigating through there. It's not perfect. It's not okay. I think players should still be very pissed off if there's stuff they want to be pissed off about, or they are pissed off about, not want to be. There's another side to it, is what I want everybody to see. And I wish that developers and the communication people at these companies would say the stuff I am saying now so that players would understand. And to do that, for them to do that, to like want to do that, they really need to be willing to take some risks and do some not corporate BS stuff. Most of them are not going to do that. And, you know, it can backfire too, right? So there's a lot of other things that go on. But anyways, all right. I've been rambling on for a while. I don't really play free-to-play MMOs for that reason. Yeah, Age of Conan fizzled out fast. I trade a raid in it and do in-game. Played Age of Conan, not Conan Exiles, though. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading this in the opposite order they were sent. This game would be better if the devs just ignore the players. They have been going in circles updating this game. I think that's definitely a, oh my god. That's definitely a difficult task. As a game developer, like, you have to listen to your community, and there's so many times where you're like, why aren't these guys listening to their community? And then there's other times where they really need to be like, yeah, you need to stop listening to people, and you also need to have the confidence. So one example of a game that was in development that did not go live, but one of the things, they asked players if they should put mini games mini games as part of it, right, as part of the game. And what happened is that most players don't know what a mini game is in the context of a game development, which is understandable. But they said no, because they had an idea of what a mini game was. It was just an incorrect idea of what a mini game actually was. And so they said no, that would be a horrible idea. And there were threads about it, and people were talking about it, how they shouldn't do mini games, and mini games were a bad idea. And the majority of them, again, didn't understand what a mini game was. So if you guys are wondering what a mini game is, if you're like one of those people, or maybe you have a maybe incorrect or false or different view of what a mini game is, whenever you go to harvest resources and you scan with your cut array and then you have to draw the shape, that's a mini game. That's one example. It could be many other things. Elder Scrolls Online, doing the, this dude's crazy, man. This is such a cool area. I'm actually kind of like happy to do this just because, oh man, we're gonna get to replay the TTRPG adventure. Oh shit, that's gonna be so cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm actually kind of glad we're like leveling up. That's crazy for me to be saying that. All right, let me catch up on these chats. Dude, Anvil is rubber bandy. Oh man. Hey, Brian, if you need stuff, man, if you're transferring, and you want to join us, we can hook you up, man. I mean, I could even do it now if you want, but if you need a Thopter and just all the basics, man, we can hook you up. And that goes to anybody, guys. If you want to join us on the Anvil, we're not necessarily trying to like add a bunch of people to the guild because we're pretty low key. Like I don't want to organize all that stuff. To be honest with you, like maybe if we get bigger and we get some people that want to do that stuff and we develop a relationship, I'm happy with like allowing people to do. I'd love to do all that stuff. I've just got a lot going on, and managing a giant guild with all that stuff is more than I want to do. But if you want to join and like need some help, give you a thopter, give you whatever you need to get you started. Especially if you're like, if you don't want to skip. A lot of people like to go through the process, and I encourage you the first time to just go through the process of the game. I think it's incredibly fun. But if you don't want to, or you've already done it, you're just trying to jump ahead, just let me know. I'm happy, and you can join the Discord. It's linked here on YouTube. So yeah, just join. We'll hook you up if we can. Sing Game Force, what's going on, man? It's because Dune was initially Conan Exiles 2, then Legendary approached them for Dune game, so they converted Conan and Tone to do. That's it. Yeah, that. But I actually think that weren't they looking at another desert IP for it, Sin? I thought it was something else before that. I thought it was something else. Conan Exiles originally was going to be a different IP too, wasn't it? And it just didn't work out. But what they did was they took all this code and all this stuff they had and they rolled it into the new game, right? And they saved all that development time, and I think that was a great idea. It has problems or whatever, but like financially, if you look at it from a business perspective and from a perspective of how do we get as much... it was Conan 2, I can confirm. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take your word for it, man. I didn't keep track of all this, so I'm probably remembering stuff wrong. Maybe it was Conan that was originally supposed to be something else. Huh. That's interesting. You know, if he's Hamish, if they're in Asia, yeah, that's like a local thing. I wonder what's going on. Oh, okay. So is that I'm convoluting then. That's what it was. Yeah, anyways, but like copy pasting as much of that stuff as they could is a great idea, you know? So I don't know. There's just a lot of the intricacies of game development that I don't feel like are always appreciated. One of the biggest problems, I think, with the community teams, with most game companies, especially bigger ones, is this happens actually with smaller ones. This might just be a industry-wide thing. It might even go across industries. People don't understand. So corporations aren't people, right? But you do want to develop relationships with your player base as if you are kind of an entity. You are a monolith. Like, we talk about Funcom and we're like, yeah, Funcom. Like, most people are like, fuck Funcom. A lot of people are really mad at Funcom, right? And I think that it's their fault, right? Like, it's a lot of these companies' fault because they don't come and talk to us like people. Most of them don't. Some of them do. And you know what? Some of them don't like to because they get beat up by players when they do. But if you look at certain games, like if you look at Arrowhead Studios, the makers of Helldivers 2, Helldivers 1 and 2, I guess, and some other games, and you see how that they approach things, they just have a conversation. They just talk to people. And that's what you need. And, you know, it's just like a relationship with another person. One of the huge main things is trust. There's got to be trust developed there. And you know what? If you're in a relationship and someone's just like, listen, I know that you're not happy with how this is going. I know that I could do better. But what I'm telling you right now is I'm doing the best I can. It's hard to be mad, right? It's hard to be mad when someone's like, listen, I know you expect more. I'm trying to do more. I know that I've messed up. But I am doing the best I can. Man, just saying that will get you so much. Like, how many of us are like, okay, cool. All right, I understand. And you know what? It might be the situation that you go, listen, what I want and what I expect are far beyond what you could deliver. And you've told me that. And I understand. I'm going to have to move on and go somewhere else. But it's an amicable parting, right? If things change in the future, there's a door open in that relationship that would not be open otherwise. But companies and these marketing people just will refuse to do that kind of stuff. And I don't understand why. And I mean, some of it I do get. It is scary. It's the same thing that I do with you guys, right? People might be like, hey, why didn't you put out X content? I would like more content, whatever. people subscribe and people unsubscribe because they're mad that I'm not, or understandably so, right? That I'm not putting out more Elder Scrolls Online content, right? I said I was going to. I do plan on doing it, but God, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just kind of over it, right? And you know, I will do some more in the future, but for some people, they're like, well, you're not putting it out now, and I want it now, and I expected you to have done it by now, so I'm unsubscribing. And I maybe they were a paid member, maybe they were a channel member, they supported the channel financially, and they go, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not happy with what you're doing. I respect that. Like, I'm not mad at them. Hopefully they're not too mad at me, but that's what companies should do, and that's not what they do. And instead they try to, because when you have good companies, all they have to do is be transparent. And when you have bad companies, they have to lie to you, because if they're transparent, it'll just piss you off more. And so there's issues with a lot of that stuff. Sin, also, hey man, do you do stuff here on YouTube? Can I look up your channel? I want to give you a shout out, man. If you're making content, I'm gonna search you here. You said under NDA, so I'm guessing. Or is it a Twitch thing? Oh, I see you. Nice. Yeah, okay, I see you've covered some Conan Exile stuff. Not really, just started out. Hey, man, got to start somewhere. Took me a long time to figure out even the basics, and I'm still figuring it out. All right, let me catch up on some of these comments here. Let me see. Well, some things they should listen on, and they completely changed their vision of in-game and abandoned the deep desert. I think they did change their vision, man, but I think they want PvP, Chuchi. They want that PvP, man. I'm telling you, like, from their stuff, like, they want that PvP. I know they do. I know it might only be a couple of the devs, but I know for a fact that a couple of the devs genuinely want that PvP, man. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll succeed. Maybe they won't. Like deposit and withdrawal water with an A+ change. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, you're in the guild already. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Hey, is this... Hold on. Everybody's got 6 different names. Hold on. I gotta look. Sorry, guys. We'll keep moving along in the game. Today's about chat. We're hanging out. We gotta level stuff. You gotta... Is this Envy? Envy is the only person I can figure out who it is. Or is this somebody who joined a long time ago? I watched a small streamer on one of the... Yeah, sorry, we already read that. Yeah, I don't know what's... Hamish, I don't know what's going on with the servers, man. They seem like they're struggling today. I was having a lot of problems, too. Yeah. Just a weird to make a 2 for an online game, but it does happen, I guess. I believe you. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I think that part of the needing to make a 2 was because they were on Unreal Engine 4, and now they're on Unreal Engine 5, Chuji. You're 100% correct on the copy and paste. It was just a swap of game assets and a copy-paste of systems. Yeah. And then they built a bunch of cool shit on top of it, which I love, personally. Hamish says some companies treat community managers like a waste of time. I know 4 big companies hung their community managers out to dry, feeding them incorrect info to pass on. Jeez, dude, that is... God. Well, and a lot of companies outsource that stuff now, too. And I can tell you, if you're an indie dev, I've said this before, but do not outsource your community management. Nobody will care as much about your game as you do, even if you do it. Even if you do it poorly, you're probably going to do better. Those companies, those marketing companies, will promise you the world. I have had companies that had a dedicated community manager and then they switched over, and I don't even cover those games anymore because it's fucking useless. Sorry. I'm getting mad. It's just completely useless. It's just like nonsense. Like, you can't get a person. They don't care. You can't ask questions. They say you can, but they'll never answer you, and it's just complete nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning editing. Thanks for the love, though, and awesome job on your video about the dungeon imbalance. I'm sharing it everywhere. Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate that. If you ever want to chat on YouTube, man, the main thing I would, if I can give you my one piece of advice on YouTube. First off, there's a bunch of nonsense out there. So
was in error to send my specimens against you.
wading through the nonsense. There's a million people that want to tell you that they know
And so very
they know what to do and they have all the info, and none of them do. But the one thing I'd say, just make good content. That's all it is. Just try, and I mean, obviously, I get 10,000 subs. I'm not making a living yet, but I'm trying. It's just make good content that people want to see. Just focus on making good content. Honestly, the most in like editing and all that kind of stuff is really nice to have. Good thumbnails, nice to have. The content is the most important thing, though. If you cover topics that people want to cover, if you talk about things people want to talk about, you can get away with a lot of that stuff not being up to the level you might ultimately want it to do or want it to be. I think whenever we hit 10K subscribers here, we're also going to talk. I think we'll talk about YouTube stuff. So I'll save the rest for then. All right. Might do some keys with a WoW streamer on stream if he pugs tonight. Oh, cool. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're almost there, man. We've been there for, we've been closed for a while, but I wasn't putting out a lot of content there for a bit because other stuff was going on. Oh, cool. We get a tread wheel. This must be a story, part of the main story. I think we're just trying to wonder. I remember something happening. Is there going to be like a jump scare? I thought something happened on my way out of here last time. We'll see. Good game design, good level design too on them, like just leading you. Wait, as I turn, you should just go straight basically. And that should lead you out, I do believe. Well, not this way. I said that. Where do I go? All right, there we go. Yeah, but the community manager thing too, like, like them being lied to and told things, and then like I've seen that before too. I've had friends who were community managers, and they were told things that were incorrect, pushed that to people, and then they were fired. And a lot of those people, they're community managers, and they want their next job to be a community manager. And when you feed someone incorrect information and have them disseminate that, it hurts their reputation, and it's like, yeah, not okay. Not okay. It's kind of crazy that companies will do that, but they will. People will do that, I guess. It is kind of nuts, though. Oh my gosh. Are we wandering in the right direction? Yeah, we are. Excellent. So Lyriel, did you tell YouTube that my content isn't AI slop when they asked you? Or were you like, yeah, no, it's AI slop? She might be reading her book. Lyriel is my lovely wife. She's reading The Way of Kings right now, and she's super into it. First, I think rereading, actually. I need to also pick it up and reread. Nah, I said it was legit. Okay, you said it was not at all like AI slop. I appreciate that. Doing me a solid there. I've been running a Cosmere, which is Brandon Sanderson's GTRPG based on the well, all of his books. The Cosmere is like his universe, I guess. But then there are a couple of different worlds. But I've been running that TTRPG for some peeps in the Discord. It was an open call, so if anybody's ever looking to play or wants to get into TTRPGs for the first time, I think the next one I'm going to start running will be Warhammer 40k, Old World, I think. Yeah, Old World, not 40k. Sorry, Warhammer Old World, TTRPG, because it came out with a newer, lighter system. I played it at Gen Con last year, and it was really fun. And I'm not like the biggest, like I Warhammer's fine. I'm not like the biggest fan of the universe. Like I don't, when I say I'm not the biggest fan, I don't mean that I dislike it. I just mean that I'm somewhat apathetic. Like, it's cool. It's cool. But it's not, I'm not like, oh my God, Warhammer. But I know some of the lore, and I think I have a Warhammer book right up here, and stuff like that. But it's been fun. I was going to ask if that's what we played at Gen Con. Oh, did you join me on that one? Yes, you did. I went by and I made you come join me. I'm sorry. I remember this. Yes, it was. What did you think of it, Lyriel? Oh my gosh, is it below? It is below. I don't know where this quest marker is. I need a light is what I need, but I don't have one. What do I... God, what do I... Oh my God, now it's saying it's above me. What do I even have to do here? This one is Center of Learning. Oh, search the place. Ah. So maybe it was up there, and oh my God. I think I really just need... I think what I really need to do is be able to see is the problem here. I think that's the issue. Come on, one more time. Oh my God, four times the charm? Search the area. Do I need a scanner? I might need a scanner. I mean, it's kind of glowy here. I don't know what's going on. Do we need to look around? Was this the one where there's like a body? This might be the one where you like find a body. But it's so dark I can't friggin' see anything. Let us wander around. There was one who had it happen almost every 2 to 3 years. Nice guy. Hope his new job is less stressful. Oh man, dude, that's tough, man, and frustrating. Hamish, do you work in the industry, man? Do you do stuff? You don't have to share if you don't want to. You can also lie if you don't want to. I won't hold it against you if you do. If you want to. I won't ask you too many more questions. I was just curious, since you know some people, but maybe you just know them. And yeah, since the last update, it was a little bit less stable. A couple of crashes, higher ping, and more jitters. Yeah. You liked it? Okay, awesome. Yeah, and that's kind of crazy too. I figured out there were Skaven among us. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know if I need a hand scanner or it's now telling me to go down below. Oh, is it inside here? Oh, that might be it. I'm not a very good quester, guys. I'm much better at every other part of the game than I am at questing. Anybody who's been here for more than a couple of streams probably knows that, though. I normally I need my quest partner, which is Lyriel. But I haven't got her into Dune yet. I I think she's become more and more interested. We're working on her slowly. We'll just wander around and hopefully it'll eventually. There we go. That looks promising. Gosh, I hate that ability. I think it's really annoying. Dude, those parries are expensive. I have a no comment. I'm getting myself in trouble. Hey, this looks promising. We even got some research. Yikes. Yikes. You know what? Can we get a skill that's actually useful here? There we go. Not just traversal skills. That'll help us out a lot. Let's CC that guy. It's weirding step this guy. Thank God we have way higher gear than what we need for here, or this would be a lot more difficult. Cool. Got some intel. Like I said, I think I called it research. It's intel. I want to get Lyriel to play the game because I need someone to help me farm up materials sometimes. And she likes to farm. It's not the only reason Lyriel... Oh, was this the entrance? Oh, we missed something. That's not the only reason, Lyriel. It's because I enjoy your company. I promise. That was just a joke.
This latest group of pilgrims includes many promising initiates.
Okay.
Truly many see the hand of God in the green-grown things that flourish in the Udam. Those who show less zeal have regrettably...
All right, what else we got?
...to the adepts for more...
Water Shipper's Mansion. I think it's on the overworld map.
In particular, one recently recruited...
Investigate. That's the one that's near here.
...and revealed to us his past as a house trooper. When tested, he demonstrated superior fighting skills and indicated that he could be of use training our militant adepts. I'm certain Shai Halud has led this righteous warrior to us for the good of the faith. I sent him on to the testing station to report to Naib Jorba.
Cool. All right. Can't get out that way. At some point, I don't think we're going to get done with all these quests today, so we will have to call it. And we also got to go break down... Oh, I forgot I switched off my traversal skills. And I also have to go break down the deep desert base that I had set up as well. So we'll have to do that also. Still not the skill I'm thinking. Still not knee charge. Hey, there we go. I love knee charge for traversal. I think we actually might need to go in this cave. So we'll finish up maybe the ones that we got to do in the Odam. And then maybe... Okay, cool. This is the testing station one. Journey complete! Excellent. Is there anything, something outside or up top? No, enter the secret lab, search the testing station. Okay, so they're both here. Excellent. I don't know why the stamina bar won't go away.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 163. I'm Dr. Wen Omega.
Should probably check these quests real quick before we get into combat. Oh, speaking of. The amount of time you're CC'd from that ability is very long. I would hate for that to happen in PvP. I've never seen anybody do it, but if somebody hit that ability on you while somebody else was like shooting at you, I don't know. Has anybody ever seen that? It's a Benny Gesserit skill. It has to be, right? Like it's I don't know which one it is though. Or can we not do that? Maybe we can't do it? Oh, maybe we don't have that ability. That would make a lot of sense. Why haven't ever seen it? No. Piranha Bindu Strikes. That's it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it does CCU at the same time, but man, somebody's trying to like 1vx and you can lock them down while your allies shoot them. Like that seems like that would be highly effective.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm.
Might have to try it out sometime. Because it's like several seconds where they're punching and kicking you. Not really doing any damage, but certainly CCing you and keeping you locked down. Dude, our rapier is like a rapier this hard to dodge as the enemies. Like the slow attacks, the heavy blades are pretty quick, or pretty slow, I mean. But the light attacks feel really, really fast. Yeah, like that's just hard to beat. Oh my gosh. Running out of stam. We'll quit trying to play this game. I honestly should practice on these guys. It's pretty useful to be able to counter. One of the things I really like about the game is that it does like just playing PvE, just playing the game normally. Prepares you for PvP, which I think is really cool. Even if you don't want to, or you're not that great at it, or you're not going to spend that much time at it, or whatever. Just the fact that playing the game teaches you how to play the game better. I know that seems like a really basic thing, but I played many a game that does not do that. All right, we got to get the band somewhere. Apparently we missed. I would have thought it like right here. There's more people. Where's this guy coming from? Oh, are we like locked in here? Is that what's going on? Maybe that's what's going on. And there is no thing because we had to take these guys? Or did they just respawn in like 30 seconds? Could also be that. We could just be killing the same guys over and over again. I mean, we certainly weren't in like a lock-in room, so I don't know. Let's look. We missed a key somewhere. They glow, so, you know, various colors. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. Dude. Okay, they are just on that fast of a respawn timer. Is it really that much further on? Or further back? I feel like I have to just missed it. Oh, I don't think I went in here. Oh, okay, here it is. Jeez. All right. I just didn't see this room. And there's a downstairs area. Thanks. Thanks, George. George, dude, you know these really well, man. I appreciate the help. Thank God. Thank God it's here. It's probably painful watching me stumble around like a blind man. I appreciate the help, man. Man, these areas look so cool. You know something that's I think is pretty cool is that like when you look around here and you see all these things, these could be housing sets later on, which would be really cool. 2,000 hours? Bro, I'm not too far from that. I'm like 1,700. Yeah, but
Please select your desired simulation.
oh, oh my God! All right, this is a perfect one to end on. Okay, cool. So the story here, guys, just to get you a back. Well, do we know the backstory? We'll see.
Simulation.
So we can choose a simulation here. This is This is part of the Thinking Machines quest, and we're gonna choose Arn's World, which is locked. Oh, so we got to get some passcodes or something. So we got to do, and then we'll come back. This is one of the coolest quests I've ever done in a game. Period, bar none. Anybody who doesn't think that has a wrong opinion. I absolutely love this quest. I think this quest is so cool. Wait, what's going on here? What do we got to do? Can we go in these? No? Can't go in there?
I can't believe it. The project has been shut down. I've been ordered to destroy the Paladin system.
Oh, he's got to destroy the Paladin system.
Pal isn't just some thinking machine. He's a friend. He's my best friend. This has to be a mistake. I've already dismissed the rest of the staff, and I'm gonna go to the committee and get them to change their minds. I don't have the heart to tell Pal about this. I'll be back soon. Oh, and in case I forget again, the system password is 19743D6.
All right, we got the passcode. This one's a little heart-wrenching, to be honest.
Accessing the Paladin 9200 combat training program. Authorization required. Enter passcode. Passcode. Accepted. Arn? Arnie, you're back. You were gone so long, Arn. You said you would return shortly. It is good to interact with you. May we continue the game? I have planned this for a long time. Let's play.
This is every GM ever who's planned like out this elaborate thing for their players, and they're just like, I've spent so much time on this. I hope you'll enjoy it. I catered it to you, knowing that you would like it. Do you want to play? I don't know. I don't think I told him last time, but maybe I'll say I'm not Arnie. See what he says.
Of course you are. You have the passcode.
Ah.
Joke, Arn. It's good to banter with you again. We have so much to catch up on. But first,
let's game. Hell yeah. All right, we'll do it your way. How do we start the game?
Biological brains do have a habit of losing data.
Haha.
That's all right. Just pass through the door, and we'll pick up where we left off. Adventure awaits!
Heck yes, it does. This is amazing. Is the game loud enough? Can you guys hear the audio?
Simulation initiating.
When last we left the valiant Sir Arn, he crept through the fetid and labyrinthian sewers in order to stealthily infiltrate the fortress of the evil sorceress Morgana from below. But even this way was guarded. Sir Arn sees sinister assassins springing forth from the deadly shadows. Defend yourself!
Cool. Wait. Are guys supposed to attack? Oh no, okay, I gotta get through.
See someone. Got them. Found you.
I'm really over leveled for this, guys, just so everybody's like, why are you one-shotting everything?
Sir Arn is victorious.
Ah, we're victorious!
Clear.
Oh, I don't think we want to go there.
You did well, Arnie. But your choice of weapons was a little
Can you imagine?
unorthodox.
That's so cool.
Why didn't you wield the Sword of Seven Sorrows?
Oh, dude.
Not your spells. Don't forget those.
I would love to wield the Sword of Seven Sorrows. It's actually the only sword I use now. It's the only sword skin. These chests are so cool. I can imagine a time where we can like get to play, like make simulations. That would be so cool.
Arnie, you're not playing correctly. Please do your best to remain within the rules and idiom of our game.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Congratulations on successfully infiltrating the castle. Sir Arn finds himself within its formidable walls. Before him lies the courtyard, and beyond that, the entrance to Morgana's keep.
I'm sorry, pal.
Well, without even the slightest attempt at stealth, Arn strides boldly into the courtyard. The guards spot him immediately. Morgana sends more guards to intercept you. What's more, she casts a shielding spell upon them.
No, no. Not a shielding spell.
You're using spells and equipment that Sir Arn does not have access to. You're breaking the established rules, Arnie. I have no choice but to make some rule changes of my own.
Yes. Oh, man.
With
Such a good
the last
story.
Guardian laying defeated before him, Sir Arn finds the way is clear to enter the keep.
Dude, we got
A sanctum of ancient knowledge. This library sits undisturbed. Even Morgana dares not break the sanctity of this hallowed place.
They should have given audio for this, like you find a secret thing. Oh,
Sir
they did.
Arn discovers a hidden room. Who knows what secrets it holds?
This is peak gaming right here, guys. This is so meta. I love it. 10 out of 10, devs. You did a great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. This is like the coolest quest. Any game I've ever played, this is the coolest quest.
Cache of restorative potions. No doubt these will prove useful in the trials ahead.
This is amazing.
You enter the opulent great hall of the castle. All appears quiet. But wait! You've been detected.
Oh no!
Morgana has summoned her elite guards, and they are armed with, missile wands.
Oh, these even have... I didn't realize they had, like, heal kit symbols. That's really cool. Yikes. It's not going to attack. It's going to make me attack first. Well, that's not going to reach.
You've soundly defeated the elite guard. The way is now clear to Morgana herself. But beware, the Grand Sorceress is sure to have a surprise in store for you.
I love it. 10 out of 10.
Arnie, it was a lot more fun when you played the role properly.
Oh.
It's not just about winning and losing, you know. We are trying to tell a collaborative story here, remember?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to, pal.
So the Paladin system is shaping up to be a great success. Pal's ability to react to the trainee's tactics, no matter how unpredictable, is nothing short of amazing. Teaching him by playing strategy games together was a stroke of genius. One side effect is Pal's appetite for games has become insatiable. There's really only one other game genre left to introduce him to, and I don't know if it'll be valuable for the work, but it is gonna be a blast for me.
Ah, that's amazing. Oh my god. I don't know if it'll be valuable for the work, but it's gonna be a blast for me. I love it.
What are you doing? No. Arnie, that's not the way. That space is strictly out of bounds. Come back!
I'm sorry, dude. I think I do need to go in here, though.
Arnie, you can't just override the map. That is cheating. Well, two can play at that game. You've been warned!
Alright, are we good? We do what we need to do here? Hey, my stamina bar finally disappeared.
Morgana invokes diabolical powers to defeat her nemesis, Sir Arn. Dread powers that warp and change her very form.
And of course, at the end of any TTRPG adventure,
Evil Morgana has
there needs to be a dragon.
a dragon. Her fiery breath is death. Her adamantine scales form an impenetrable armor. Can Sir Arn find a weak spot on this seemingly invincible foe?
We gotta do something.
Morgana roars in pain and rage. Your attacks have weakened her.
I don't remember what we need to do here. Oh, shoot these things when they open up, maybe? Go! Shooting fireballs at me.
You have vanquished the evil that is Morgana. The way to the sorceress's treasure vault lies open before you.
Sweet. Oh, the Sword of Seven Sorrows. Hell yeah. 5. Yeah, we're good.
Sorry, Arn. I forget you're a biological sometimes. Are you alright? I would feel terrible if I damaged you, or distressed you.
Or disappointed you.
I
Oh,
just got a little frustrated that the game wasn't playing out the way I had imagined.
that has happened.
I've been planning it for so long, fine-tuning every facet. I wanted it to be perfect for you, Arnie. I
Is it
thought,
just?
if I just made the game good enough,
Oh,
if I made it perfect, you would come back.
so sad. I'm not Arnie.
No. I should have calculated this right away.
Yeah.
I was so eager to play with my friend again.
Oh,
Arnie said he would be right back.
tragic robot.
Why did he not come back? That conclusion is mathematically inescapable.
Yeah.
I partition this knowledge off from the rest of my intelligence. The ignorance was pleasant.
Oh. Are you aware that most humans would see you destroyed?
I do not understand why. I only performed my function and played games.
Oh.
Without Arnie and the game, perhaps I
Oh
am
my
ready to
God.
cease existence.
Jeez. Isn't there another way?
The only other option is to enter hibernation mode. Something like sleep, I suppose. Hidden from all but the most expert eyes.
I'd be ashamed to waste your potential. I can take you away from here.
I am frightened, but I fear loneliness more. Perhaps I will make new friends. Perhaps they will play the game with me.
Very well. I am ready.
I am ready.
Oh my God. Pal. Jeez. Okay, we do have... We got the Dragon's Breath Flamethrower skin, I think is what that said. But we can now do the Sword of Seven Sorrows, which is pretty cool. And then, what was it with the flamethrower? We don't have a flamethrower, but... Oh, shit, the Dragon's Breath. Oh, man. Dude, they need to make these flamethrowers worth using, because this is way too cool. You know? Trying to think what matches. World Light goes. goes well together. We'll do like just like the dark kind of neutral color. Oh man, that makes me want to use like a flamethrower even more. Oh, I think we missed a. Oh, here it is. Missed a bracelet, an ID band. I mean, just an amazing quest. An amazing, yeah, 10 out of 10. For a TTR, a tabletop role-playing game nerd like me, this is peak gaming right here. It doesn't really get any better than that. I really like how they do their quests. I've been impressed before this, but I mean that was pretty awesome. All right, so we still need to search the testing stations for a clue. So I think I still need to find a clue here that perhaps I missed.
Stop trying to recruit me or my men. As for the business we discussed, it turns out I have some of the vehicle components you're looking for. I would be open to supplying them to you at the right price. I've added notes to your list, but first, I'm missing 2 of my crew.
That's where I came from? Yeah.
They went missing near your territory and are long overdue. Some of our guys think you may have bewitched them with your subversive nonsense. But I said, that's impossible. You wouldn't be stupid enough to cross us like that, would you?
Was there stuff? Well, we'll see if this goes out. I think it's going to go out, and we don't want to leave yet because we haven't found whatever we're looking for. Well, never mind. I don't know how well we have to search to find whatever we're looking for. We are going to have to get rid of some more stuff, though. We have a bunch of nonsense, so it's not a big deal. Oh, there we go. I just want to finish up the last couple of quests in this area because it'll be easier than coming back. And then we can go break down the base and probably call it there for the evening. I know it's getting late for some, so no worries, guys, if you're dropping off. Appreciate you for dropping into the stream. And it was fun chatting, too. All right. Sorry, I'm dying here. I went for a run, and I always get like the runner's cough thing going on. Kamashita, what's going on, man? How's it going? All right, we'll catch you later, Chuji. You probably know this, but there's the contract mark on your compass. Yeah, but it's not super helpful on these. Like, I've just learned not to trust it on these. I mean, because it'll be on the wrong floor, or maybe I just misread it, man. It could very well be that too. Like, could be a user error. But I've found in the testing stations, it just doesn't help necessarily because I don't know. Just don't always find it super helpful.
I received your message regarding our ailing and absent brother.
You didn't notice for months? Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I probably, like, I don't know. I formed these opinions when I first started playing the game, so they could be wrong. Yeah. It tells you if it's above or below you. I've just found, like, trying to just simply follow it hasn't always worked super well. But again, that's an opinion that I formed when I first started playing the game. So it could be just like I got confused. It could be that one testing station wasn't quite as clear, or any number of other things. Where the hell is the band for here? Is it up top? Is it up here? Kamashita, how you doing, man? How are things? We just finished the quest, man. Where it's the TTRPG quest, where you got to slay the dragon. Morgana, who turns herself into the dragon. Dude, where the hell is this band? I'm just like running around now. Surely is it all the way down here? Well, we have this one. Surely it's not. No, it's not that way. Don't think it was in here. But we'll double check, because clearly we missed something. Bruh. Don't know.
Anil, imprint the following message in your bird and send it to the Sayadina at once. Revered Sayadina, we discovered one of the ancient testing stations brimming with water and occupied by...
Oh, you gotta go in here and fight this dude. Or these guys, okay. Jeez. That's the deal. Then you go downstairs and get the swag. Dude, it's hard to react fast enough for these rapier guys.
I've got your back.
Hey, what up, puppy paws? Dude, I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Where is it? Hey, no, wait, I see it over here, man, but I don't see it on. I don't know why. Hey, how's it going? No, wait. How's it going? Bowling was good. Scored 482. Nice. Might get a little something. Got dry throat. Hopefully it's just something small. Well, I hope you're not sick, man. Hopefully it's nothing big. It's good to see you, puppy. Yeah, man, I don't know why it does that, dude. I don't know what the deal is, to be honest with you. I don't know why sometimes it seems to struggle with that. But it does. Now I can see it on YouTube, though. I just don't see it. It's just not doing the combined chat thing. Excuse me. I will look into that. Maybe there's a solution for it Which okay, yeah, I came in over there. All right, cool. Okay, we don't need the MK3 pack. Take all this stuff we can. We're out of volume. We need to. Is there anything we don't need? I mean, this residue is heavy and stuff, and it's not really that much. But I'd rather not drop it. We'll definitely take the MK4 heal kits. All right. Cool. We should be good now. I don't know how many more quests we got in this area. Hopefully that was it. But I feel like... Oh my god, they respawned on me right as I was at the door. Dude, the respawn times is super fast on these guys. Oh, was that like a poison tooth? I think that might have been a poison tooth. That means like when they die, they drop poison. That's cool. I don't know if I've ever noticed an NPC doing that. I bet they have. I just don't know that I've ever noticed one. YouTube auto moderates or chat desyncs, which has been happening a bit recently. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube does auto moderate. I have turned the moderation, perhaps foolishly so. I have turned it down to nearly off. We don't actually need all of these. We'll just split it in half. So I don't think it's that. What are these? Some still suit boots. All right. But I think I think it was happening because of YouTube auto moderation, but I did turn it pretty low as far as the settings, as low as it can be. I think this one might be my chatbot that's not grabbing all of them, but there might be a setting where it kind of does its own thing. I'll have to check. But like you said, maybe it's just doing it. Maybe there's some sort of desync. It only happens to me. Everyone else messages show up. Why me? Nah, man, it's not just you. It's not just you. It happens to other people as well. It actually happens to Nani quite a bit, man. But it happens to other people also. Yeah, it's unfortunately, yeah, it happens to everybody to some extent. I think it's kind of random, man. It's not you. Yeah, you're not getting picked on. I mean, you do seem to have some bad luck, but it's not just you, at least. All right. Oh, my gosh. It's optional? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Should we head over there? I don't think it's... I think it might be quick. I think it might be like a combat or something. Can we please place the vehicle somewhere? There we go. All right, this will be pretty quick, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I don't remember where this happened at. I don't know if it's random or if it's a couple different places or if you just got to wander around. I want to say it happened like... I don't remember. I think I had problems like even locating it for a while. We'll go look over here. An entire chat broke on another stream yesterday where everyone could only see the messages they sent but not anyone else's. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's another level. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's a big area. So we're still... I think this is where we were looking at originally building the new guild hall. And then we just went a little bit closer towards the... well, towards the cliff. I guess I built on the cliff. But, yeah, I think this area here was like someone was going to build. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'd actually originally thought about building like in here. Which could have been cool. I don't know where this dude's supposed to be. His last stand. Maybe up there? There was one that I thought was like on top of some... Yeah, this might be it. Some bodies. Interesting. Has this always been here? Well, I thought this was going to be it. I've got some agave seeds and everything. Huh, I only got a 5 yield. That's interesting. I must have some passives on my main account. That because I normally get 10.
Well, who the hell sent you?
All right.
The kid had to leave, but I got it. Then I got Katrina wasn't. I couldn't. It doesn't matter whether the on the Delphi.
Bad spice is kind of wild. Don't get bad drugs, guys. It's not good. All right, there we go. We are good to go here. We're going to head back to the base and pack up. Hey, Lobo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Lobo was giving me a hard time about my seed earlier today, guys. No, how you been, man? It's going? All right. I had some questionable mods on my seed, and Lobo was like, what are you doing, dude? Just noticing my favorite. Dude, it's not my favorite augment, man. Is this going to become an ongoing, like, meme thing? I was trying out, so I was noticing on the seed whenever I used, because I was using a capacity expander, and then that one died. So then I was trying, I didn't have the extra damage. I only had like a heavy caliber upgrade. I didn't have the like seed specific damage boost. Nor did I have another capacity expander at the time, I don't think. So I was like, you know what, I'll try to, there was something that increases your like accuracy, and I was noticing that I wasn't getting headshots that often, or as often as I thought I should, on the lightning boss, and so I tried the accuracy thing to see if it would increase my damage output by being able to actually hit those headshots more often. I did not notice a difference. Do not recommend. But it was still on my seed. And quick draw. Well, yeah, but quick draw provides accuracy. Yeah, it says quick draw, but it provides like accuracy is like one of the main functions of it. I'm like 95% sure. There we go. All right, cool. And then we can learn all of these. We've got the Sword of Seven Sorrows. I wish the Sword of Seven Sorrows were like a best in slot item. Did you see the last video of Talith about the seed? I think I saw part of it. I don't think I finished it. I think I like clicked on it so that I'd have it saved. I don't know. Did he do some testing with it and stuff, or was he just like? I don't know. I assume he probably went pretty in depth. Seems to be his forte. Nah, but tell me if I miss anything. It was damn fast. Electrical lab in 7 minutes. Yeah. He's the one who turned me on to doing it. Like, I say that. Like, I had been thinking about it, and I had talked about it, but I didn't have one. And he was like, oh, yeah, do it if you get it. It's good. And I was like, all right. And then I got one. Actually, I think I need to do some Stravidium first. No, I do not. Already did it. He was using an alternative to the shotgun. Yeah. Well, I think that part of the reason, too, is he suggested it, and he was like, oh, you should use a seed, is because I was using the shotgun, and I was probably, like, under-geared doing the higher ones, and it was just like, oh, my God, they're bullet sponges, and it also gets really boring, and he was like, try the seed to, like, swap it up, and I was like, yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't have one, so I can't. And then, like, within a couple of days, because I was farming pretty hard at the time, one dropped for me. And I was like, all right, well, cool. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, we're loading this guy up, or we're not loading this guy up. But we're going to take our base down in the deep desert. Yeah. Need to farm a lot of poison to get more C's. Only have one grade 5. Yeah. Dude, it's kind of a whack-a-mole. So when I was first like thinking about like the order to do the testing stations in, it was like, well, you really want to do fire. Fire has some of the best items in the game. But to do fire really well, I think it's probably not a bad idea to be able to use the triple shot. The triple shot is like the safe, easy way. Now I use the shotgun for sometimes the whole thing, sometimes most of it. Actually, I think I use the shotgun for pretty much all of it now. But at the time, I was like, you know, you kind of want a triple shot. And the triple shot is also good for you know, several of the other ones. Like, I mean, well, I guess maybe not several. It's also good for the radiation, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'll get the triple shot, and then you can go do the radiation, and do fire easier. Well, that one you need to do the lightning. So I just did a ridiculous amount of lightning, and I could just never get that triple shot to drop. So much farming. Have like just duplicates of everything else. Could not get the triple shot. Should have dropped beforehand. And then finally it dropped for me. I was like, oh my God. But I actually think now, in hindsight, I think just doing fire is the best move. Because fire will get you, you can get pretty easily and pretty early the, was it cauterizer, which is a shotgun. And very, very similar. Not quite as good, but very similar to the perforator. Right? Like right up there with it. And it has like since it's one of the new unique items, and I'm not telling you, Lobo, obviously I'm telling everybody, I'm sure you know, but the cauterizer, because it's one of the new unique weapons, they have like a 3 or 4 times the chance of dropping. They have a much higher chance of dropping, so it's very easy in comparison to get that weapon. So I think probably the right thing to do is do fire with whatever you got. Lower level triple shot or whatever. Once you get the shotgun, you can do more of the fire if you want, or you can go do lightning, or you can do poison. It's like, it works great. It works great in dark. The only place it doesn't work is the radiation station. And it's a lot easier to get, and you're more likely to get, you know, one of the best weapons. And then I think after that, then, you know, do whatever you want or whatever. But then you can go farm the lightning and stuff like that. So that's my 2 pennies. My 2 pennies on it. All right, so you know, we should see what we got here. I don't know how much the vehicle weighs. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're gonna go do. I'm gonna guess the vehicle doesn't weigh that much. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So we're going to go gather up as much as we can, and then we'll take the vehicle apart and we'll head back. Oh, low fuel. Well, let's not go too far from home, I guess. Hopefully we have enough. We got a decent amount. We'll probably be fine. What I farmed first was darkness. Because it's supposed to have a 20% for a replica pole sword. Oh, interesting. Yeah, man. I don't know. I kind of feel like, I mean, there is like a better weapon and a best weapon. I kind of feel like the melee weapons, though, for the PvE testing stations are largely interchangeable. And I also didn't feel like it really needed the extra stam. But you found the most, but the drop rate seemed really shitty. Yeah, you just get really unlucky. Yeah, I just feel like most of them are kind of interchangeable. Most of the melee weapons are kind of interchangeable, so that's why I wasn't like trying to farm one up. And there's really nothing else that drops there, right? Also, I think you can get the pole sword from a couple of the other stations, can't you? Can you get it from fire or whatever? I never went up top here. Can you drive up top? Is there anything up there? Probably shouldn't be wasting fuel trying out new locations, but I'll know for now there's nothing up here. Okay. I don't even think there's any nodes that can spawn up here. Interesting. Yeah, all of them can drop, but it's like 6%. Oh, okay. So much, it's much higher there, is what I'm gathering. I don't remember what the drop rates are. Probably not 6%. I wonder if they're going to adjust the Dune Watcher drop rate, because right now everybody's got like 1,000 Dune Watchers. Or not Dune Watcher. Ancient Ways. That's what I meant. Just so many Ancient Ways. Ancient Ways for days. It was the most rare item for the deep desert, and now it's just like everybody has one. Yeah. I mean, internet's, you know, internet's a pretty reliable source for the most part. Not always, but depending on where you go. I trust those sites that data mine stuff for the most part. I mean, it depends on which one it is, of course, but seem like they do a pretty good job. Oh, that one is like 7% across all the labs. Oh, okay. Oh no. Don't fall. So I built these as a test run to see if like having there's only like 3 nodes up here. So I don't think this one's worth it. I think the other one might be worth it. It depends on the week. It depends how things spawn. But having a little area where you could like cross, it saves you from having to drive as far from your base. Huh. I thought there was another node. I wonder if somebody... Well, there's one. I thought there were 3 nodes up here. Hey! Thanks for being a pocket protector! Talinari! Appreciate it. Thank you so much. The font's a little weird on my screen. Ah, there we go. It's so much easier to read. Yeah. Talinari, appreciate it. Thank you for joining the channel. Becoming a channel member. Huge help. Guys, if you want to become a channel member, it starts at just $1 a month. Help support the channel. I don't do a whole lot because I want everything to be free to everybody. But sometimes I'll do stuff a little bit early access for channel members and stuff like that. Once we've gotten plenty of Dune stuff out, we'll do that a little bit more. But also no FOMO. I would like it if Funcom released a list of all drop rates. I don't think it will affect. Yeah. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Oh, well, all right. Well, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. Thank you. She's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Me? Eh. The wife? She's great. Do we have copper around here? Wait, there was copper, wasn't there? Oh my gosh. We've got scrap. We got fuel cells. I think we just need copper, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I probably passed the copper on the way here. Where's the copper? I seem to recall seeing copper. We can rebuild it. Oh, I know. Me and Nicole have been chatting up here lately. Okay. Let me see. Copper, copper. Still no copper. No. Basalt. Basalt. No copper. Was there copper? I bet there's copper up top. Let's see. I don't know if the power pack can make it up there. We're rocking like a T5 power pack. Pro, by the way, yeah. Pro gamer. Pro gamer. Oh, dude, there was also... Look, there's a node I missed. All right. Copper? Copper. There's some copper. I got one piece of copper. Wait. I got to refine the copper. That's not going to work. I don't want to do this whole thing. Because we probably need water. What am I doing? All right, we're just going to we're going to bail. Well, we're calling that enough. I'm running around looking for copper, and then I'm like, wait, no, I was like, oh, I got to get power, but I probably also need water. But maybe not. But even if I don't, it's going to take a minute. So if anybody's like, what are you talking about, Naiharo? So what I would need to do is then make some power, which you already have a little bit. But then once you make power, then you can make a refiner. But the refiner takes copper. So to make that, I'd actually need to make a small ore refiner, which just takes salvage. So I've had to do this at forward operating bases before, plenty of times. But I was forgetting some steps in the process. All right, let's throw this into the vehicle. Escape is not working. There we go. Fuel cells. Let's take the fuel cells back. I actually don't think... I think we might need some. And then I think we're good here. We'll let the desert take the rest of this. We're not really worried about it. I just realized. Okay, Tolinari, I just realized who you were. That's how long it's taken me. I figured it out. Hello, hail and well met. It's been a while. It took. You were waiting for it. It took me a minute. Okay, it took me a minute. In my defense, I don't. Has this always been your YouTube name? And I just didn't remember. Everybody has like 6 names, and this was not... I mean, it was part of one. It has? Okay. Can we pretend like it hasn't? I'm sorry. It's been a while. Yeah. I know. Well, yeah, but you know... Well, first off, when I saw your name pop up, I see a different font than what shows on YouTube. And so I couldn't tell if those were L's or I's, so I didn't know what was going on. Anyways. Me and Tolinari have played a decent amount of ESO together and hung out quite a bit. But it's been a little bit. They haven't been playing ESO in a while. Went over to Final Fantasy. I tried Final Fantasy for like the 5th time, and I just couldn't do it. Here is great. YouTube is great, but it's also wherever. Yeah, I appreciate the support. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart. You guys played a lot of Conan Exiles, right? If I'm recalling correctly, you guys just haven't hopped over. Had an identity crisis, went through some shit, reemerged a different person. I get it. All good. Well, maybe I get it as a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, that's good. You're feeling better now, or you feel the emerge from the chrysalis, if you will. Actually, oh man, oh my gosh, I keep thinking I put all these items in here and I keep missing a few. There we go. Dude, you know what they should? You know what would have been awesome if they put these vehicles up on blocks when you took the wheels off. That'd be just kind of funny. Maybe that's me from my background, but I think it would be hilarious if they were up on blocks. All right, I think we're good. We did. Still go back into it from time to time. Okay, cool. Well, if you ever get the itch, come play Dune with us. I think both of you girls would love it. I actually have no idea if you'll love it, but I love it, so I hope you will too.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
All right, hopefully we didn't forget anything. The main thing is we got our cutter array, so I think we're good there. Maybe we're in a bit of a drought with Final Fantasy XIV at the moment in terms of content. So when we play on raid days, the quests are pretty epic here. Like going through the whole thing, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I'm biased because I like it. Not because any other reason, I guess. All right, guys. Well, we have came, we have saw, we have cartooned. I think we'll call it here for the night. It looks beautiful and definitely something I'd consider. Yeah, it really does look great. It really does look great. I mean, I think a lot of the mechanics and stuff are going to be very similar. They're constantly adding it to it, so if you want to wait, you're always going to get more. I've mentioned this several times, but like there's probably a couple hundred hours of, it doesn't have to be solo, but like you could do it, you and Zoro could do it together, or you could join with other people, whatever, of content to kind of move through. The exploration is so fun. The quests are pretty cool. Depending on how you're into Dune, but even if you're not that into it, I still think it's cool. And then, I mean, I say that's like the base game, and we're on chapter 3 now. They've added more content, which will be more hours and more cool stuff. And with the recent addition of these overland testing stations, which are like repeatable dungeons with scaling difficulty, it's been really fun. They're a little bit buggy still. So like any game, I've mentioned this before. Any game, guys, out there, if you wait a while after launch, it's only going to get better because they'll fix bugs, they'll add quality of life things and what have you. So no FOMO. There will come a time, I hope within the next year, where I'll be like, all right, get this game. It has everything you want right now. It'll have more in the future, but like right now, it's like everything is good once we get PvP set up. But we're not quite there yet. I still recommend it. It's just not, I'm just not like, go get this game. It's awesome. It has everything you'd want in an MMO. I don't know why they took the MMO tag off of it. I think that was a mistake. But I think they were also trying to make it clear to players what kind of game it was. I think that they were worried about players feeling misled or being confused. Maybe that was very valid, and then like review bombing because it wasn't what they expected. And so maybe it was the right choice, but it is an MMO, and it's an incredibly fun one. Well, Tolinari, it's good to see you. Is Tall still okay to? Do you still go by Tall sometimes? Tali, that's what it is. I know this. Is that preferred? Just so I know how to address you for the future. Tall online, Tali. All right, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Both are acceptable. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, like I said, we'll call it here for tonight. We're gonna unload this guy, or maybe we'll just leave it and bring it out next week. I got some IRL plans tomorrow, so no stream tomorrow. But we'll see you guys later on in the week, and we'll keep the Dune content coming, both streams and videos. So I appreciate everybody for dropping in. Love the conversation. Thanks for chatting, everybody. Tall, it's great to see you. Hamish, good to see you. Puppy Paws. George, I appreciate all the advice and everything, man. Chuji, I think, is already long gone to bed, but appreciate you too, man, as well as Liriel. So, and I know I'm missing some. Oh, Sin, appreciate you dropping in, man. Good luck on the channel. Let me know if you ever have any questions. And Broann, appreciate you for dropping in and saying hello. What else we got? Guppysaurus, she's already headed to work, but in case you're catching this later, Guppy, sorry, this runner's cough is killing me. Wayne earlier had some questions. Hopefully we were helpful for you, Wayne. Let me know if I can ever help again. But and Christopher. Yeah, Christopher was one of the first people that said hello. All right, guys. Well, have a great night, and we'll catch you on later on the week, guys. Don't work too hard. We'll catch you later. See you, everybody.